How do you guys get here so fast? Wasn't even ready. Pulling up the chat now, guys, so give me a minute. I knew too much. No, I'm here. Yeah, I'm here, everybody. Yeah, the Maximum Football trailer leak in, I suppose. What's up, Big Davo, Pittsburgh man, Luke, Chris Ross, Mike Kane, Microchip Overflow. Man, I read that without even looking at it. Mitty Birdman, Chunquo, Calm King, you boy Chips Ahoy, Switch Legend, Fun Guy, John Coltrane, going backwards, Uncle Phil. Sorry to admit I missed. Clinton Cable, Dejuan Sanders, Carlos, do a face reveal. Man, my face has been on my Twitter forever. You guys are so weird about that. Cowboy Marty, what's up? What's up, Bill Stevens? Chevy Roll 48. Everything's good over here, man. Everything's never been better. What's going on, Velocity? Anyway, man, for those of you that didn't look at my Twitter, I'm going to actually drop the chat down. I want to read this verbatim so there's no mistake. For those asking, reviewing the Maximum Football trailer, I feel supremely confident in saying this is the largest leap we've ever seen in a single year outside a console generation. While some issues persist, the amount of visual improvements and additions are striking. That is exactly how I feel about that trailer. My mom's doing great, man. Number 2, trying to get that kidney, so, you know, every day is a new day, waiting for that phone call. Are the Steelers any good this year? Man, I don't even know if the Colts are going to be good this year. I'm worried about Andrew Luck playing, man. I'm not worried about any other team right now. It got leaked on YouTube. Okay. Well, whoever leaked it's going to lose their monetization because they had a Warner Brothers band in there. And if you guys know, they don't play games with monetized music or with copyrighted music on YouTube. Yeah, NASCAR Heat 4 looks like a mess, so I don't know what to say. Thank you, Beta Libre. I appreciate everybody that keeps my mom in her prayers. So, yep, just been on this dialysis machine for like 5 years, man. So, you know, she's ready to be done with it. That's the worst part. You ever get a family member that's got a terminal illness or goes through any type of organ failure? It's a real rough thing for them mentally. Like, you can't even relate to it. You know, I mean, I can't relate to it. I know she hooks up to a machine every day, but you know, you can tell it starts to wear on them after a while. You ever have an opportunity to go into the dialysis center, man, they're some of the worst places you could ever go. I've been in some really bad situations, but man, dialysis centers, there's like no hope. Just people laying in beds look like they're, you know, ready to let go. It's not fun, especially you see kids in there, man. That stuff just eats you apart. What do you plan to talk about with Madden tonight? Oh, man, we're going to see what this patch did, right? We're going to see what this patch did. I'm so excited. I'll tell you right now, for somebody that doesn't watch my channel, they sure made a lot of adjustments based on my videos. When I saw that leap they did, where they're like, we fixed it so on the standing leap, the tackle works. I was like, well, I wonder where that came from, huh? I wonder who showed you that. Oh, Mr. Rush, I saw his last video. Let me tell you something. And you can send this back to him. The last thing he beat up was an extra value meal. He needs to keep his mouth quiet because he honestly wants no problems. And that goes for anybody else that said anything about me. I have no problems with internet tough talk. So, sounds like the only thing he was beating up was that chair he was sitting on because it kept creaking like it was going to break. So, he should probably just slow down a little bit. Man, whoever leaked that trailer, that's a wrong way to go. They tell you straight up not to do it. But whatever, man. You guys see it. No threats in a live stream, man. I'm for real. He I've trained with absolute monsters. He hasn't trained at a gym that doesn't begin with LA or Planet, so. It's sick, but I'll still be all right. All right, let's take a look at this instant replay. Watch this fade route here. We'll just watch it at speed real quick. So this is a good one to start off with. I believe they changed these cameramen in the background too. So right back to AJ Green, who's got this fade route X factor now. But the defense is just still so atrocious. You know, this safety back here, I mean, literally, look at these three defenders. The ball is thrown, just for the record. It's already released. It's released right there. So from the release of the ball, you've got this safety going to the other side, not making any adjustment. I guess you, in a way, can't fault this corner, but at the same time, you're going to watch at the end of this play as these two play hot potato. Problem again becomes in this game with animation transitions. You know, AJ Green's back here, and this is a high point ball too, and he's shifting into a catch animation that doesn't even give him a real good perspective to catch it. If you go back to the original one I did, this is the same exact, it's almost a carbon copy of what happened. So even with the high point pass, the receiver shifts into this catch animation, and in this case, they both mirror back on each other. Exact same animation. I think they even talked today about how many animations they put in this game. So why is it that when I load it up, I get two of them back to back trying to do the exact same catch and blowing through each other? And then all of a sudden John Ross comes over here and catches it. Now the interesting thing is, like we just talked about, this corner was over here covering him. So I don't understand the defensive logic. If you have 1,000 animations in your game, why is it that this receiver can follow over and attempt to catch, but these two stop? Is it because the catch animation started and they don't want to pursue? Why is my offense, if you notice, my offense is moving here, but my defense is not? So that's absolutely broken logic in the game. So something triggers this game where there's the defensive back trying to make the interception, there's the receiver and him trying to make a catch. Something in the game is telling the defense, do not continue to pursuit of the ball. While whatever is going on offensively, they're still being told, yes, pursue, because even Eifert and my halfback probably, no, this is the other tight end, they're running full speed. So there's definitely something, just watching it at speed from this corner, there's definitely something, and I honestly don't recall this prior to the patch. There's definitely something strange where that reaction is not right. So we'll go through a few of these. I think last time I ran a cover 1. This time I just ran cover 2. So for those that can see, this is the high point pass. Take a look at how the defense reacts to this again. I mean, it's pretty much a carbon copy of the same play. You know, this safety just goes back there and sits and puts the corner into perspective where he can't really do anything but be on his own. The animation comes back here. You can actually see it register right there. He starts to run in place. That's the animation. For some reason, even though the ball is right here, and I wouldn't say it's perfect for a fade, but it's pretty spot on for a fade. It's giving him this. You know, the ideology would be either he catches it or no one. This is not the time to be doing this, and we just talked about this in the other video. This is not the time to be doing this one-handed stab, because even if he catches with that animation, he is not going to be coming down in bounds. So we'll go back and do another one here. See this one up. See this one gets intercepted, but watch why. You can really run a fade to anywhere. The ideology is to get the ball high enough where he can't let anybody catch it. So you take a look at what happens in this scenario. Again, safety standing absolutely still. Green comes over, and it's going to be all animation based. Even though this is a high pass, even though he should be trying to catch this out of bounds, instead the game shifts him over to an animation and then puts the defensive back into a position to catch it. Why is he going for this type of catch? There's no sense in this. So yet again, it's complete dictation of animations. I don't know what they fixed. From a defensive standpoint, none of this is improved. So I don't even know what happened on that. But it did get intercepted, so it'll be interesting to see. And again, AJ Green, one of the best receivers in the game. You would think that this safety, all the X factors and all the superstars, unless the defensive players react to them or understand what's going on, they literally are meaningless. So for him to just stand here and watch AJ Green turn the corner, actually to have this corner help pick the other corner, it's not going to matter in the perspective of the play, even though this is pretty much exactly where you want to see him go up for the ball. He gets stuck in this, weird pirouette. And I guess it's okay that he's trying to keep his feet down, but I don't know if that's all that bad for Slay. But it is a weird way. There's the thumbnail. It is a weird way for them to land together, right? It's like he's carrying them through the threshold like they just got married. Try to get it a little better. Like he's holding him like a little baby. This is new, right? I've never seen this before, to be truthful with you, post-patch. Here comes the bride, right? He just married him on that touchdown. He was like, I'm going to give you this. With this touchdown, I'd be wed. Here, take this interception out of the end zone. I'm not even going to contest it. He's looking in his eyes, too. Maybe that's a better one. I don't know. They're both weird. This is just the game that we have, man. He didn't even attempt that one. Wow, look at all the separation he gets undercutting there. Like, these corners have to be revamped. This is an issue in all games. At least in Madden, the collision detection is a little better. Where, in some games, these players would just collide and freeze up. But, they have to work better in understanding where they are, because they really give up a lot of position on the field. I guess you could cite that's a poorly thrown ball, but at the same time, we're talking about a game that allows Pat Mahomes to throw, 60-yarders, and here Andy Dalton can't put a 15-yarder out of bounds, 12-yarder at that. Doesn't make a whole lot of sense. I just want to see one opportunity where he gets to right here and he just jumps straight up in the air and tries to pull the ball down at the high point. Not spinning around, not going up with one hand, just literally just elevates and tries to catch it. And again, it's not there. I'm waiting as long as I feel like I should. Right here, the ball's trajectory is just wrong. And the game knows it. The reason there's all these problems is because the trajectory is off, there's not enough catch animations, and the game is trying to push everything together on this one little section of the field, and there's only so many animations for it to play out. So, here it's got to shift players around because it's such a confined space. There has to be, special animations for the fade. There has to be special animations that just start here, and the only time they're used is in the end zone, and that's it. If you don't do that, these players don't realize where they are. I'm pass leading and I'm lob passing. If you guys look when I throw the ball, in the bottom of the screen, it'll tell you like lob pass, accurate, inaccurate. The end result is when it gets over here, the game has to blend everything together. It has to match a catch for either defensive back or receiver to the ball. And that's what it's trying to do here. It's trying to match a catch. The ball gets popped up. Now it's trying to match another catch. It doesn't care that Slay is out of bounds. It's just trying to match catches. So it's thinking, okay, there's the catch. He didn't get it. Spin it around. Try another catch. He might even try another one. Actually, no, it just lays on his back. So when there's no catch animation, even if the ball is literally on him, it's literally sitting on his shoulders, he can't spin around and catch it or even try to corral it because there is no catch animation. So he literally just turns it off and drops it. So we'll wait even longer. So right there, let's see what he does. See, that I can deal with. He's not going to come down in bounds with that catch animation. But that I can almost deal with. He needs to drag both feet when doing that. There's still no excuse for this safety, by the way. If he could do this, and what a horrible transition. I don't even know what happens to his feet. He bucks back up in the air right there. But that would be great if that's actually, I bet you that's a tandem recorded animation. I bet you that's a tandem record. Let's see how clean that deflection is. I have a feeling that's recorded together. I think they went into that's one of the dual animations back from like 2015, because that's way too clean. They're not shifting or warping at all. It's just one clean movement, even though AJ Green gets his neck broken at the end of this play. That might be the thumbnail. Good Lord. Real-time injuries, though, right? Only my game, though, right? I'm not saying that nobody can enjoy Madden. I'm glad people come out and enjoy this game. I did not mean to go to instant replay. That's way out there. Turf toe. I think turf toe is the least of his problems. Same animation. Right through the camera. I mean, it's going where it needs to go. The game just doesn't have the right animation for the play. Even with the X Factor, the Superstar, even with AJ Green, that's almost exactly what needs to happen, but I think it's one of those tandem animations. It's like the best animations they have are the ones that are done together. Yeah, see? That's another one that's done together. You can watch him click in right there. He wraps him up. And I mean, to that point, this is an absolutely beautiful animation. Like, the motion capture on it is perfect. But at the same time, you can't have every scenario recorded together where he's going to catch it. Because once that animation starts, it doesn't matter. The defensive back is going to tackle him. It's a guaranteed touchdown. What is this guy doing? He goes to get in another animation and then just... I mean, that's so backbreaker. I don't know what he does. It's like he comes over to... This is the point of it was, but if we're going to be honest... That seems to me like one of the better ones. Throw the ball earlier. If I throw the ball earlier, it's not going to I mean, I'll show you what happens when you throw it earlier. So if I throw it right on his break, it's right here. And then more shenanigans ensue. The game doesn't have the... I can't make the game have the better animations. I can't make it do what it wants. This is when we get in this conversation of sliders or difficulty level settings. There's no difficulty level that's going to open up a new world of animations. There's no slider that's going to open up new animations. They're either there or they aren't. So when you throw the ball right here, of course, now all of a sudden this corner that didn't know anything for the past 7 plays, all of a sudden now he can turn around and shift through him to defend the pass. This guy doesn't even come in and make a tackle. He's just sliding. I don't even know how the ball gets tipped out here. Oh, I guess it's that corner because this is probably another tandem animation. He goes from turned around. Let's see. He goes from turned around, seamlessly touching him. This is another tandem animation. Maybe not. I don't know. It's very close. There is clipping on this one, though. But that's very reminiscent of that peanut punch animation they had before. Pops it up, and then over here, the ball actually isn't even in a position to get caught. It just shifts into his hands. Does he do the one-handed catch? No. They got some problems with balance back here on defense. Number 40. He just eats it. I don't know where John Ross is going. He's done. He's leaving the field. So that's what happens when you throw it on the break. You don't even get a good scenario. You don't even get... There's so many more animations for the defense, and that's where part of the scripting comes in with this game. There's so many more animations for the defense. Oh, wow, the pylon just took off. There's so many more animations for the defense to intercept there than there are for you to catch. And that's where a lot of just the exploitation comes. If I know right now the defense, those 3 defenders have a library of, let's say, 40 catches, why am I going to even try to throw it? Because I know there's a good probability one of their catches is going to be registered. If I wait till back here and I know, okay, the only animations that are going to trigger are the dual catches where I get it or the catch where the defensive back can't protest it, why am I not going to wait? It's not about wanting an easy game, Sean. It's about wanting a much less restricted game. This is almost like just learning animation concepts. It's not even football. It's when can I get to the point where I know what to do? And that's because they've really let this game just become an animation fest. See you later, Pylon. That's why these competition gamers, if you listen to the competition last year, even one guy said he got that animation. What he was saying is, well, the cameraman, look, man, I'm not too hard up about these animations or, worlds in this practice mode. Somebody on here the other day was saying, like, oh, they need practice jerseys in practice mode. You guys ever throw a ball with an elite quarterback, feet set, wide receiver open, and still a pick? I will say, if anything, I'm not going to call Andy Dalton elite, but... at the same time, let's see what happens on this one. At the same time, try throwing it at the ground. All right, I can do it. That's the absolute inverse of what I'm trying to do, but with Madden logic, that should be more successful. Here it is again. When you're back here and you're trying to judge whether to throw it or not, it's the animation library. Why, all user skill aside, it doesn't matter how good or bad you are. That ball is in the air. You're not controlling that ball. You can steer it slightly, but you're not changing anything that happens. So now it's really just the animation. So when I get this animation, I'm done. I've already turned back off to the other side of the ball. So up underneath, whatever this corner wants to do, I'm powerless. It's over. There's no skill to that. That ball should have been thrown way back here, so he can't get to it. That's the whole point of a fade. It's an uncontested pass. It's either going out of bounds in the air or my receiver's catching it. That's it. And the game, it's such a simple concept. I don't kick anybody out. Let's try the low pass, though. The low pass, we'll try. Right as he clears the corner. That's going to get undercut all day long, I can tell you right now. I mean, we're going to do it, but I'm going to tell you, when you look at the way the animations work, there's more undercut animations for the defensive back than there are for the receiver. So I'm actually going into this weird, like right there, he's going to like reach down to pick it out of the turf practically. And the cornerback doesn't have to do any of that. He can just go into his full library. He's got his full arsenal. So he just drops it, but still turns up. I would love a dev to get in here and talk to me about this. So we'll do these low passes and see what happens. Nobody gets it. I think they tried to double tap the receiver. I don't even know what that would do. Double tap on a low pass? I pump faked it. Thanks. Let's take a look at how this worked, because he cleared the whole defense. This pass blocking, I guess why we're on it, to me is still not, I mean, it's giving me protection, but it's super hard to read. And the pass-offs, like this right here, should never, ever happen. Like, I don't know what Snacks is doing. But at this point, in real life, you're on the ground. Like, first of all, you're top-heavy to begin with. First of all, your knees are actually going to put you down into the ground as soon as you're pushed. You don't have your balance. And he literally turns back off this and just forces through him. Like, this right here, that's a pancake happens right there. Oh, you got turned around. You got big boyed. And it's still super shifty. This is what I'm talking about when I say you can't read a pocket. Watch number 96. How am I supposed to read this? He just glides. He's not even moving. His feet literally just glide. You're not reading that as a gamer and saying, oh, here comes pressure. And the only reason that's happening is they're just shifting off. This is the same animation. I don't know if I've seen this animation before. Straight turns him right back around. Same exact one. This must be the new double team animation they put in right there. You find it playing the game in 3 minutes. And it's absolutely absurd. But back to how we cleared a whole defense with Eifert, who is a great tight end, by the way. All right, so we're covering him. Oh, great breakdown. Great breakdown there. You gave up all that time. What happens to the safety back here? Oh, he's just chilling, standing still. He's not worried about nothing. He's got no care in the world. His job's safe. What about this linebacker down in front? Nothing. Oh, you want to clear back out? Go ahead. No big deal. I'm sitting here spying the quarterback the whole time, Chief. I ain't got time to worry about the ball being thrown. So there's one. He's in a spy, so he's not going to do anything. I guess the safety could be in a quarterback spy, too. I mean, it's only the goal line. And this corner's like, I'm going to stare at you, but I'm also going to strafe. I want to cover you, but I also feel the need to strafe. So this is what I'm going to do. Oh, somebody else can catch it? Oh, man, let me go over here, try to run. Let me just run through him. Let me run through him after he catches it. AJ Green going to block up field. How ridiculous. They have no logic. They don't know where they are on the field. I'm going to go block. I'm going to go block for you, buddy. I got you. He tried to do a catch and run, I swear. I swear he tried to do a catch and run. I know it said it. He tried to catch and run as he's going out of bounds. Didn't even make an attempt to drag his feet. Catch and run right here. This actually wouldn't be all that bad if he was dragging his feet, but the game's got that catch and run locked in. It was like, nope, doesn't matter. Let's see how long I can stand in the pocket with this pass rush. Oh, now they all broke free. Let's see how the pocket held up. Won't let me off him. All right, Madden. This is how I know the game knows that I'm looking at its inner properties. It's just letting go and not letting me click on players. So here's this double team pass logic on Snacks again. I hate this jump, man. I don't know who programmed this stuff. So when you're back here as a quarterback, and I'm looking at that, and I'm saying, okay, I got a double team pass block. I'm in good shape. I'm not accounting for this. Now it's single again. So now I'm trying to maneuver around where my linemen are to try to keep myself safe. But he literally lets up on the best defensive lineman they have to come over here. And what does he really do? He shifts over here. He puts his... I mean, I'll give him credit. He gets his helmet racked through, and then he keeps playing. So he was definitely being a team player. Where is he going? These guys have no sense of what is going on or where the target is. Andy Dalton's right there, and he just pushes right back. All you got to do is turn around. He turns around there, so at least he does it. But then the pursuit of this is absolute insanity. So it is good. It is good that he releases, but he really shouldn't be releasing from a double team block that way. But it's horrible that his pursuit is this. I literally trick him, both of them. Somebody goes full does this guy go full porpoise? I think he does. Yep, Kennard just gives up. He's like, all right. If he's gonna get away from the defensive tackle, I have no shot. I'm just gonna fall down. Let's see if they can make an adjustment to Bernard.
44. Here you go. Hands up.
That's maybe it's an awareness issue. Yeah, it's an awareness issue with every single player every player on the field has an awareness issue. Look at that. So we change what's happening here to send Bernard out, and I get stuck in the mud because I bet you they go back into another tandem animation. They sure do. Pulls that corner from all the way over here. I can't get off Eifert. Pulls that corner from all the way over there just to bring him into a dual catch animation. And you can tell that's what happens because this safety here, who literally should have his helmet knocking the ball off, he just becomes weightless. He's just a casualty to the animation. So he just gets blasted through. That's how, if you ever look at this game closely, you know that it's a double animation, is if anyone tries to interact and they just become lifeless. What else can we do with him? Where's Gio at? I didn't even know. I guess he was the one I was throwing to. I don't know who I thought that would have been. That's rather interesting. But we'll take a look at what happens. He stays in too long. Like, if you run them out on a route, I guess he runs dead into the lineman. I mean, I don't even know what he's looking at. Oh, he's literally running the route this way. Okay. So he's running the route looking the wrong way. The ball's coming in. He gets into a catch animation. Well, so does Boyd. Boyd's like, no, I got it. Don't you worry. That's a weird lifeless tackle. They're the same thing. They're in a double tackle animation and then basically just shears him back. That's a career ender. All you were trying to do was cover the halfback. That's just way too animation-based for my liking. It's just solid animation-based gameplay. Let's see how fast this linebacker can react to me moving. Last time we had a linebacker in spy, he like mirrors you. Wait, look at how well he mirrors the quarterback. That's crazy. Like he has some type of super skill.
Hands up, lady.
It's way too it's almost like the game ties them together. Like it knows, okay, if he's in spy, draw a line to the quarterback, and whatever the quarterback does, you do it immediately as the quarterback does it. Look at how fast his movements are. That is ridiculous. There's no delay. I'm not even going to talk about, I guess I will. I'm not even going to talk about what's going on over here. So, what pass blocking edition was this? Is he just done playing? Flowers has had enough? What in the world is that? The quarterback is right there. He's just sizing him up. Maybe he was just waiting, like biding his time, I guess. The other great thing is, you didn't realize it at first, my center is sitting here doing the same thing that I'm doing. The three of these guys are like magically connected. Let's see when it starts. Must start when the center releases. Release. There he goes. All right, so now we're all moving in unison. The center, just so you guys can understand a little better. The center, the quarterback, and that linebacker are all pretty much moving in unison. Even though the center has really no idea where I'm going, I guess he's just mirroring the linebacker. He really can't go out. And then, of course, Flowers is the one that gets the quarterback sack after all that. Yeah, I mean, it's pretty easy to be trash at this game because you really don't even know what's going on. That's way out, but let's see what catch it. Doesn't even give him a catch. There is no point where you should not get a catch. None. There is no point in this scenario right here for a touchdown that the defensive back gets a catch animation, the receiver doesn't. He actually pushes off me to try to catch it. I mean, in a nutshell, that pretty much is Madden. And here's the thing. Superstar, X Factor, what matters? They're both superstar players. Try it again. I think actually that might be one of the best ones. That might be one of the best ones. I will also say, for all things being equal, this is not a premier receiver and a premier corner looking matchup. It's not. And Darius Slay is a premier corner in my opinion. He's still going straight out of bounds with that catch. That camera operator is set up in a terrible place. They know, like when they animate that in the game, like they have to know that there's nothing good that happens in the corner of the end zone. Why would you even put a camera guy back here? That's way too early.
Hands up! Lift up!
That would have almost been tolerable. We'll try these low passes again. We'll try the low pass back there. He stopped dead in an animation too. He stopped dead in animation back here. Why don't they, like, facility in the world? Why don't they have dudes just back here all day? I mean, 2 back-to-back, practically, where AJ Green comes back here and just has nothing to do. That low pass is killer back there, too. That low pass is a real bad idea. How am I not getting every pass at least accurate? Okay, we're going to look at this real quick. That'll be the last thing we're going to look at. So that was an accurate pass. Let me go back. We're going to look at when I threw it and what the pocket looked like. Okay, pocket's clear as day. There's really not much pressure. I'm throwing it right on AJ's break. The safety hops out of the way. What is he thinking? Oh, let me get out of the way. I'll clear this out for you in case you want to go catch it. All right, so I throw it right on the break. That was an accurate pass. That was an accurate pass. It was in a completely different position, but one and the same. I want to see how long it takes to get an inaccurate one. There's another accurate one. Same exact animation that played out the time before. Thousands of animations. Same exact animation back to back. Can't make this up. Cannot make this up. From long distance, same exact animation. Guys. Thousands of animations, right? Finally didn't get it. 3 times in a row got it. Finally didn't get it. And I hate to say it, they were pretty much in the same position every single time. The only reason that it got, and I think he dropped it here. I don't even know how he dropped it. There's so much distance there. 3 in a row. All I was trying to do was see if I could get an inaccurate pass from back here. Again. So if you're trying to win the game on this route, and you're in this position on the field, and you throw on the break, you pass lead, you're constantly going to get fed this. What type of simulation football is this? How can you say beyond the shadow of a doubt every single time that you throw this pass this way, it's going to be defended this way? All the variables, all the ratings, all the route running, all the passes, everything changing, and you're telling me it's going to sit back here and be like this? It's not about me throwing late, John. It's about that every time I throw on the break, the same animation happens no matter who is there. I'm using possession catch. You're totally missing the point. I missed it that time. I messed up because of jump. That's probably what should happen every single... Did he not catch it? I hope he caught that. He had to have caught it because his X factor just illuminated. Now, why would his X factor illuminate after we went through about 8 different incomplete passes and then he finally catches one? They went for the... Did they go for the same animation? Oh my goodness gracious. They went for the same catch animation. Thousands of animations in this game. And they just happened to go for the same exact one. It's a defensive back and a receiver. So when they don't get the animation together where he knocks it out of him, you mean to tell me they get the same exact one? They even get up the exact... Oh my goodness, they even get up the exact same way. They get up the same exact way and contest the possession. That's incredible. That's why I thought he dropped it. I saw Slay's hand go through. The only thing that's different is he drops it and does the first down sign, but it was a touchdown. First down. Right, exactly. Simulation football all day long. Oh, I need somebody at EA to tell me about these thousands of animations for real. I need somebody on here. Now he's got the X Factor lit up. Now wouldn't it be something if with that X Factor we get that same stupid animation? We didn't get it that time, but I feel like we got close. And he lost his X Factor. Well, now he's stunting on him.
Hands up. Ladies up.
I think I'm throwing it too early. When I throw it too early, it's that animation. That one where he has enough separation and he like high points it. If I throw it right then, he gets it. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness, what did he do? Listen, whoever keeps saying possession catch, you realize we're throwing into the end zone, right? It's not really a time where I'm worried about catching it and getting hit. Because the safety, if you didn't realize, I'll show you. If you didn't realize, the safety doesn't understand anything that's going on. So as far as a possession catch where I'm looking to secure it, this safety right here is posing no threat to hitting me. There is a massive shift animation. Look at that. Just pulls him right off and right over. There's no care in the world. I don't even know what this is. Is this supposed to be... It almost looks like it would be some type of Hail Mary play. What would cause him to put his hands up like that and swat the ball? It's almost like they gave AJ Green a defensive back animation. Like the... Maybe that's what it is. Maybe the corner... Maybe the game got confused and thought the corner was the wide receiver, and it pulls him over into this catch animation and gives AJ Green the defensive backs. That's clearly a swat. He is going in here to swat this pass away. 100% for sure. It might have been their perspective on the field where it changed the animation over. Because there's definitely, even at speed, there's a massive shift. If I had to guess, I would say that's what happened. I would say that it turns him into the... It turned the receiver into the defensive back. If you throw it early, he gets that every single time. You just have to throw it right before the cut. So right now, he's going to get separation. He's going to go catch it. That same catch animation. All you have to do is learn to time it. You can say whatever you want. I just, in 2 seconds, figured how to make it a catch every single time. Except when it's overthrown. You're talking to me about possession catches. You're not realizing that it makes no difference. He's not throwing the ball right. Okay, well, I just showed you how if you throw it at the wrong time, it's an interception every single time. And then if you at least catch it now... Oh, I ID'd the mic by mistake. If you throw it right before that break, all that... What did that corner do? Michael doesn't know what he's saying. Michael is blindly trying to defend the game. He doesn't realize that the problem is, even if you select a possession catch, you're still talking about animations. So if I can control when he doesn't catch it every single time, I just have to figure out the timing to make him catch it every single time. The problem is on that catch it every single time animation, this starts happening where this corner starts shifting around, playing underneath. And even when that happens, nobody else can interact. This other corner, I mean, that's a pretty strange catch animation to be happening right here. That should have been happening like the 60 plays we threw back there, but whatever. He caught it, too. He didn't drop that. Somebody said he dropped that. He didn't drop it. So if you throw it before the break and you can clear that corner, okay. Why is that an inaccurate pass? We've literally done this the whole hour. There is no pressure. I'm not moving. What makes this an inaccurate pass? Way inaccurate. That's one thing I hate about this game, is it's so not clear with why things don't work out. Like, explain to me why it's an accurate pass so I can fix it for next time. Don't give me feedback and then not tell me how to fix it. So if you throw it before the break every time, he's going to go out there and either not have a catch animation or he's going to do that hopping pop. That. Every single time. If you throw it a little bit early, that's what happens. If you throw it a little bit late, they get into those tandem things and it's incomplete. You got to throw it right before the break. He does that little hop. Dalton and A.J. Green is the best, other than Julio Jones, A.J. Green is probably the best fade route runner in the league. There you go. Every single time. Don't tell me about high catches, low catches, possession catches, put my ankle behind my butt and I still call it catches. None of it matters. Some of these people, I don't think it's that they're trolling. I don't think they know any better. He did it. That happened again. That absolutely happened again, where it inverts them and puts them into A.J. Green as the defensive back. So how does user input matter with anything? How can you tell me that user input and catching buttons matters at all when we've seen now twice in maybe 50 throws this animation where the game doesn't know who the wide receiver is, and it pulls the cornerback up over and has A.J. Green defending a pass? There's no excuse for this. The game literally does not know who the intended receiver is or how to defend the pass. It turns A.J. Green into a defensive back, and it turns the corner into a receiver. So who wants to talk to me about, oh, you used the wrong catch button? What button mechanic is it to turn into a defensive back? Does somebody know what button that is? What did I hit? What did I hit on my controller to turn into a defensive back here? Did I hit like triangle and circle? Breaking up an interception, it wouldn't be an interception if he went out to catch the ball. Instead, he's doing this. How do you even run this way? Like, I bet that was fun to motion capture. He breaks off his route to go play defensive back. Yeah, exactly. Somebody asked the EA devs, what button am I pressing right here? I wish I could time that. We got to go back and figure out, when am I throwing the ball? I'm throwing the ball right before the break. So right as he's at the 5. All right. Man, I don't know. I don't know if I can do it. I don't know if I can replicate it. We're going to try. Nope. Got the touchdown. This is to me, when people tell me like, oh, I lab in Madden, I go lab. This is where I lab. What's the lab? Can't get it. I can't get it. I got it twice. Now I don't even know if I was leading the pass when I did it. That's a new one. That's one of the 1,000. That's one of the 1,000 right there. One of the 1,000 animations. We finally got one. Let's see what happens. This corner is not even supposed to be covering him, is the worst part about it. Oh, they get like tied at the hip. How do you defend a pass like this? Like, seriously, you are a Hall of Fame defensive back. If you ever defend a pass back to back, what is the, let me ask real quick though. I'm not even trolling. What is the awareness rating for somebody that defends a pass with their back to the other receiver? Like, what type of awareness does one have to have where this happens? Like, that's unbelievable. He straight turns right back to back on him. Like, A.J. Green's like, man, that's the greatest play ever. And then lands on him. That's probably what I would do too. Just straight land on somebody for clowning on me like that. Let's see. Do we have anybody else that doesn't know what they're doing on this play? There's a lot of secondary that doesn't know what they're doing. You know what I wish this game had? I wish this game had those post-play, like, pushing and shoving animations they used to have. Whenever I see this, like, right here, like, the play is clearly over, I feel like there should be just a little bit more aggression. Andy Dalton is just like, I don't know what Andy Dalton's doing. Neither is Andy Dalton, to be fair, but... Touchdown. touchdown. You just gotta drill these animations. Look very closely at the game and determine when your best opportunities for animations are there. Once you figure that out, the game is over. There's no user skill in Animationville. Got right back. There's only about literally 10 different scenarios that can play out. One of them is that. How is it inaccurate? We're going to go back real quick. And then we're going to be done. I don't want to do this all night. How is this inaccurate? What happens? I appreciate the feedback on the screen. I really do. I love the fact that it says inaccurate pass. But as a user, you can't give me feedback and then not tell me what I did wrong. So what did I do for an inaccurate pass here? Did I move backwards and didn't know it? Did I move forward and didn't know it? Did I hit the button too soon? What is my suggestion to make it better? Get rid of all these animations or motion capture animations in the proper section of the field. And they know this. Like 1 out of 15 becomes inaccurate. Let's see. All right, that's accurate. There was 2 accurate in a row. We'll keep track. We'll see how many we have to get. 3 accurate in a row. Shouldn't AJ Green's X Factor be on at this point? 4 accurate in a row. Let's see if there's like a logarithm to it. 5 accurate in a row. I mean, they couldn't have it so simplistically programmed. 5 accurate. Watch it be like one every 7 times. It just happens. I lost track of where I was. That was 6, right? 6? Is this guy really telling me, brother, stop throwing touchdowns? 7? Still not an inaccurate pass to be found. 8. Brother, stop throwing touchdowns. What are you doing? Why are you doing this? 8. Oh, with the motion shift catch and the cluster afterwards. I firmly believe this is trackable. I really do. 9. Uh-oh. We've got conflicting numbers. Is it 10? Somebody let me know 10, 10, 08. 11 out of 11? 11. All right, 11. Good job. I'm going to trust 11. Where is the inaccurate one? Same catch animation just about every single time. So that's 12. I'm going to stop looking at my phone. Looking at my phone, screw me up. 12. Lucky number 13. This is when it would be inaccurate. No, 13 accurate.
Hands up! Hands up!
14. Well, how many can we go? 15. Oh, a new animation. A new animation. It's kind of exciting to see them. 15. 15 was our new animation. How come all the new animations involve the corner playing the other receiver? Right there? Why? Why is he the one that gets all sucked into the animation? Captured together, too. And then a weird break at the end. He just lays there. All right, 15. 15. 16. Oh, we got another new one. We got another new animation. I mean, some of these you get really excited about. It's like, you've never seen this before. And again, it involves the corner not covering him. He starts doing this little shimmy step. AJ Green. Does he turn into a defensive back again? That's weird. I don't know what he's definitely not trying to catch it. What do you guys think? Is he being a defensive back here? That corner clearly goes up. Right here, it almost looks like he's guarding him, like he's trying to point block him. I don't know. That one looks like he's defending again. So that's two different defending ones. Where were we on 16? Somebody let me know where we were. I know that happens in real football, but it's ridiculous that it happens at this rate. No receiver decides while the ball's in the air, it's time to play DB. 16. 17. This cameraman back here is getting work. 18. I mean, how was I getting any of them before? Oh, goodness gracious. That was the shift to end all shifts. God, you shift any more than that, you're going to be working like a 9 to 5 shift. Whew. Is he playing defensive back again? He is. AJ Green's a traitor. AJ Green is a straight up traitor. I mean, I don't understand it. Maybe he's trying out for defense. What number am I on? I got sidetracked. I'm starting to lean the other way. I feel like I should have had an inaccurate one by now. I feel like we went too positive. 19, 19, 20. 20, big number, the big 2-0. Still throwing accurate passes. 21. If we get to 25, I'm just going to call it a day. 22, I hope. Touchdowns all day doing it now that I got the timing. 23. No catch animation on 23. 24. Somebody should go back and really realize, like, calculate out what the percentage was. Because I'll tell you right now, I'm pretty sure I'm throwing at the same place every time. There's 25, I think. 26. I've got the animation down pat now. 27. If we get to 30, I'm done. 28. 29. What's the issue with this? Trying to find out when there's an inaccurate pass. 30. That was the best one yet. All right, at 31, if this isn't the inaccurate one, I don't know what to tell you. That's a full game of accurate passes. All right, guys. I don't know what to tell you. Game needs work. ESPN 30 for 30. Why not? Madden 30 for 30. Let me see what happened on this last play, and then we'll get out of here. 31. I don't know what it did. Still needs a lot of work. The pocket wasn't that bad, but you know these secondary reactions got to get better. This safety here. They actually put like visor shine back here. These sidelines are just... I only, like, whenever I'm trying to warm up, I don't know if you guys ever done this. It's real good if you're trying to warm up your back just right up against a bench like that. Some of these moves, I don't even know why they don't just get rid of all this. This guy's sitting on the... No, just looks like he is. Oh, he's warming up too. He's dancing now. You know, how disrespectful is it that they got rid of the referees, but they left this stuff in? I mean, I'm just saying. Who looked at this and was like, no, this is okay, but those referees gotta go. All right. I'll give you guys a couple minutes now that we've spent an hour doing this. I'll give you guys a couple minutes for questions. If you guys missed it earlier, apparently someone has leaked. I loved UFC 241, man. I thought it was great. I thought DC had an incredible fight going, and then Stipe made a great adjustment there to get some body shots in. And, you know, man, I guess that's probably one of the greatest comebacks we would see. Thank you for subscribing, John Smith. Terry St. Jour, I don't believe the patch improved much, man. We were on here quite a while trying to figure out how these fade routes work and can't get it figured out. Can we see that, dude? Stipe or Fedor is the best ever? Yeah, I've got to go Fedor. But Stipe is real close. Probably different generations means a whole lot there too. I am not subscribed to PewDiePie. I'm one of the few holdouts, man. I heard that Spider-Man is gone. You know, I don't know what to think about that stuff, man. You know, there's a whole bunch of people that really find joy in that. The Maximum Football trailer is out, Jimmy Herzog. You can go check it out. Somebody bootlegged it already. As I mentioned earlier, I would say apart from a console generation, probably the biggest year increase we've seen in a game. So I like Tyron Woodley a lot. I like Kamaru Usman too. XFL video game? Yeah, perhaps, man. I mean, I wouldn't get ahead of it too much. I think a lot of people are looking into a lot of stuff. I think there's a lot of clickbait out there. You know, let's see what they're going to do. I think personally, in my opinion, the XFL wants to get their league off the ground first and wants to get their league stable. And from there, they can look to market more. Certainly, they have the all the wherewithal with 2K and the money and the licensing. Anthony Smith will never go back to 185. I don't ever want to see him do those weight cuts again. So yeah, no, I think a lot of people are putting the cart before the horse with XFL. Wishful thinking. I mean, listen, man, the last hour and a half we've spent playing this game has been pretty traumatic. So I think a lot of people just want something different and something from 2K, and they're looking at the XFL as an outlet for that. And it's probably not fair to anybody in the community that we continue to push that narrative. If it's going to happen, it's going to happen. My favorite Shrek character, probably Donkey. Fred Smoot. Yeah, Fred Smoot was an awesome cornerback, man. Really was. Gave up, originally had Sean Taylor's number too. And then he had a smack bar that he tried selling locally here that really went under. Where's the actual football? I don't know the actual football. I think this play ended up in a touchdown. I like the trailer, man. There's some things that people will pick up on that aren't fixed. There's a lot of things that are improved. There's an overwhelming amount of things that are improved. So, if I saw Conor McGregor at no, I wouldn't. My favorite NFL player? Man, probably Jim Harbaugh. As a kid, you know, he just made me love football. Captain Comeback, man. I mean like an actual football game. I don't know what you mean. Take a year off from Madden EA. No, I can't do that. There are no real physics in this game. This guy's really... Ralph and a couple of people really jonesing for this Maximum Football trailer. I've met Colby a couple times, man. You know, I think Colby's doing a great job of being a heel and playing a character. And unfortunately, it's working for him the same way it worked for Conor. And that's tragic for fans of the sport because it shows that we reward things that aren't real. But, you know, the problem is with all those athletes that kind of have that heel narrative. When they start losing, it doesn't work anymore. So Tito Ortiz is a good example of that too. How can you play this online? Jimmy, have you not watched this live stream? Deion Sanders is a great favorite player to have, but favorite players sometimes are more meaningful to you than they were to the history of the game. Imagine you wanted to design an RPG game, and EA said, nah, design a football game. Actual NFL commentary. I have commentary. I do maybe weekly, bi-weekly sometimes, commentary on my Patreon for $1. You can listen to it. We're definitely applying pressure to the community in these videos, man. You cannot tell me they did not base a lot of the patch improvements around what I had talked about in my videos. I see Solstice is asking questions for Rush, which is cute. Have somebody else do your work asking for a friend. Is Luke a top 3 linebacker? Luke Edwards? No. Luke Kuechly? Absolutely. Randy Moss is the GOAT. I actually had an opportunity to work for Randy Moss in NASCAR. He's probably the nicest guy I've ever met. All right, well, that looks like it pretty much wrapped up all the questions, and now that I say that, they're going to start pouring in. But let me get off here, guys. I went way longer than I expected. You guys by now, I appreciate each and every one of you coming out. I might do another live stream later on this week, but with my work schedule, man, it's super, super tough to do. But all 300 of you that came out, I really appreciate you. The channel is obviously taken off a whole lot recently, so all the people that have been here for a short time, I appreciate you. All the people that have been here for a long time, appreciate you just as much. And you guys should know by now, I will be back in the week with more commentary.